Happy Tuesday, everybody. It is Ronnie, and I'm just going to give you guys a little breakdown of the market before the open since I haven't had a chance to make a video in the evening. Um, so let's just quickly go over what's going on today with the market and over the past couple of days. This is the S&P 500 chart. Um, Over the past couple of days, you can see the market crossed above this descending trend line that we were discussing as potential resistance. It actually yesterday blew through it pretty hard, but it looks like it's a look above and fail because you can see it went above it pretty strong and then closed all the way down here back at this 3154 prior area of resistance. So it still looks like it's in this flagging type of position, the pattern rather, and it could potentially break out again. Although this morning the market is weak, so it's going to be gapping down a little bit. Um, but you can see uh, Friday it actually closed just at the trend line, and then Monday it had this big reversal day. So today is going to be a really interesting day. We've got the start of earnings, J.P. Morgan, Delta Airlines, and a couple of others reporting today. So we'll see what happens with the market as a result of those earnings, because that could be a driving force. But we're still looking at the purple line as a potential for breaking through that line and becoming weaker. You also have the 250-day moving averages there as support right now. So we'll be looking for it to, if it can, this pattern here to me could be a reversal pattern. So I'll be looking for continued downside, at least for the short term on the market. Yesterday, at the near the end of the day, maybe like an hour or so before the end of the day, I did get short Nvidia and Facebook. Because of the patterns and because I've been looking to get short both of those names and they presented an opportunity. So I'll show you what exactly that looked like yesterday. Here is the Facebook chart. Here's the intraday from yesterday. So this this little area right here of as it broke down below this 243.57 pivot, and then retraced, and as it started coming down, that's actually where I got in to Facebook short, just right around this area. Oops, wrong chart. Right around this area here. So I am short Facebook. I know it was kind of a little bit ahead of this circular area that I said I wanted to wait until it got below. Especially, I'll remove this, especially these two prior lows here. Um, but you can see it did close below that. And actually, if you look at the overnight action, Facebook is weaker going into the morning, along with the rest of the broader market. So that's Facebook, and same with NVIDIA, around the same time of the day as it was breaking back down through that low is where I got short NVIDIA. So again, it's weaker this morning. And NVIDIA, the reason I got short is because you can see this longer term um, resistance trend line from 2018. It has been above that the past couple of days, but it looks like it's a look above and fail again, just like the market. So kind of like it did in this area over here, back where we shorted it previously. But it retraced that and came back up. This is actually a similar pattern but stronger, where it looked above and failed that final trend line that we have on the chart. So looking to stay short NVIDIA with the target of the 20-day moving average, or this trend line here, or even this pivot. If you take a look at the prior high, just right here at the 385.61 areas. Those are the areas that kind of come together right here anyway. So those are the two stocks I actually got short yesterday. I didn't get short the broader market, but those two short stocks have been presented good patterns, so I did get short that. You could have actually gotten short Amazon in a really good spot yesterday too, up here as it retraced because it came up a little harder than the rest of them. I was looking to get into it, but it's a little pricey on the options side right now, so I did not. But look at that huge reversal pattern in Amazon. As it came down, it did retrace quite a bit up to this 200. average on the intraday 5-minute chart. This is a perfect short right here as it taps the 200 and comes back down. But all the tech stocks have been a little weak into the close yesterday. So, and they look like they're continuing to be weak this morning. So we'll see how a lot of those act. Quickly to go over JP Morgan and Delta. This is JP Morgan. They've reported earnings already this morning. It did have a spike up to 102.35 here, and then came back down. So that's right around this area. It's not really in a good spot within this wedge for a trade. It could, however, because of this spike high in the overnight, it could. It's gapping what to 98.82 around. It's not really a gap actually, just a tiny one. It's gapping up about $1. So if it gaps and goes, I would say you can use some of these that area here, 101.50 is your target, and then potentially if it crosses above that, the 102.35 as the overnight high, and then if it crosses above that, this trend line would be your next target. So you could look for JP Morgan. I mean, they're on the earnings call right now. You could look for it to show some strength in the open, get above this area of congestion, go up to this 101.25 area and 102.35. Those are kind of just looking at it for at a quick glance. Doesn't really look that great though for a trade, honestly. What else do we have? I think we have Delta Airlines. Not sure if they reported before yeah, they have reported already also, and it's weak. So airlines, of course, have been pretty weak the past several months because of the coronavirus and limitations on travel. Uh, there are states still limiting travel from other states. In fact, New Jersey, I think, rolled back some restrictions that they had lifted today. New York and New Jersey and Connecticut are also restricting people from certain states. So are some other areas. So continued weakness in the airline. So Delta's gapping down to 25. 53. You can see here the next target is this pivot, the prior low just a few days ago at this 25.22 area. I'd say if it opens and can get below that low, you have some potential targets here. Here's a gap fill, um, another gap. I know these are kind of congested here, but you have some targets there to the downside, and that's the way I would trade Delta is to the downside off the open or on any retracement if it doesn't get above the first 5 or 15 minute high. So that's really it. I just wanted to quickly give you an update. Later on today, I'll do a longer video. But have a good morning, everybody. Happy trading, and thanks for tuning in.